What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Thanks for joining me. In today's video, I'm going to be installing a new chase light. So, stay tuned. So I got some new goodies in the mail, and I just finished installing this brand new light bar that I got in the mail off of Amazon. Make sure you check out that video. I'll put a link up here and down below, depending on the platform you're watching. But I just did an install on this, and now we're gonna go ahead and install a chase light right here behind us, right underneath the roof line right there. Here it is. It is 27-inch Xprite. Here's the logo right there. LED chase bar strobe light. It's I think they call it the yellow and the white, but it's actually, I mean, the yellow looks orange. It's orange and white, and it's pretty simple. It's just got a negative and a positive, and then it has its own little controller box, which actually this is on and off, and then we have this, which when it's on, you can switch it through different strobings. You know, it would alternate from here to here or there to there or whatever. Anyways, I'll show you that at the end of the video when we install it, all the different options. But I picked this up on Amazon. It was 43 bucks. And why do I need a chase light? Well, for dune riding at night. And it was only 43 bucks, and why not? Lights are cool. And yeah, it comes with some handy dandy hardware that goes into the bracket right there. It's just a freaking nut and bolt with some washers. But basically what my goal is to just light it, or just to mount it right here underneath the roof line, just like that, and then run the wires down and then hook it up, and should be good to go. So to make sure that it's actually centered in the roof line, I'm going to measure from here to here. Take that measurement, and then I'm going to actually measure the brackets. So center line of the brackets to center line on the brackets, and then I can take the difference from the two, and then I'll know where to put it on center. So we measured the roof at 44 inches, and then the light on center of the brackets is 25 inches. So all we're going to do is just take the roof and then subtract the light. We get 19 inches. So we have 19 inches of play, and then you want to divide that by 2, which will give you 9.5. So we have 9.5 inches on each side of the roof. So what we want to do is, from my measuring point here, we'll move over here 9.5 inches, and then we'll figure out our holes, and then on center line of that hole we can go over 25 inches, and then we'll have the center line of that hole, and then booyah, centered and looking fine and dandy. Now, I'm only just mounting it just to the roof because I'm not too worried about it. This thing literally probably weighs, I don't know, maybe 2 or 3 pounds. So I'm not too worried about it being too heavy or stressful on the roof, because the roof, it's got some flex, but like, it's not going to do anything. I mean, it's not going to break or rip open. And well, if it does, I'll show you guys in another video, I guess. But I think for what this is, small, lightweight, mounting it to the roof will be perfectly fine. So these are the little screws, bolts that they send with the chase light, but they're just little freaking Phillips head screws. I guess they're bolts because they have no nuts. But I'm going to upgrade to these bigger, larger stainless steel units, so we'll just have to drill out the slot on the actual light. Here's the bigger bolt, so it doesn't fit in the slot. So I'm just going to find the center of this slot, drill it a little bit with my unibit, and then same on the other side, so that they're center line 25 inches apart, so that this will fit. And as I'm putting these screws back on, I'm going to put some of this semi-permanent blue thread locker just so that they don't back out, so that I don't lose my light, because all the vibrations and everything on the trails. Fuck. God damn it. There she is. We got it all mounted up. I had to switch the hardware actually around, so now I have a little bit of bolts sticking through, but I'll switch that out just because they were a little bit too long and they wouldn't work the spacing here. But I'll swap those out eventually. But there you go. That's how it is looking when it's mounted up. It's looking pretty freaking good. Can't wait to get this thing hooked up and strobe some shit, man. So now basically it just comes down to figuring out running the wires. So here's our wires here. Now I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw it back down to probably right around here, and then zip tie it there, and then bring it down here, and then I don't know. I got to figure that part out. So what I actually ended up doing is I got the wire here and then zip tied it there, and now it comes along here, goes down here, curves back here, zip tie there, comes back here behind the headrest, and then I have the controller double-sided sticky taped to right here. Now I'm not sure how long that's going to last, but right now it's pretty sturdy on there. So then I have that there, and then I ran the cable, because cable goes in this way and then out that way, so it comes down here, it's going to run along down here and then come inside right to here, and then that will be right underneath this cover. Now to hook this up, it's really simple. You just have a ground, which will go to the negative on your battery, and then you have your positive, which will go to your battery. But you actually, a good idea is to put an inline fuse, which I have like this. This one here is an inline fuse. Let's see if I can open this up and then show you what it is. So see, you have a fuse here, which will go in between your battery and then the actual line. So if anything happens, it blows the fuse and doesn't burn down your side-by-side. So in my case, I'm not going to actually use one of these. Now I've started using one of these power distribution blocks, and what it is you just have a power all the way from your battery that feeds this whole entire block, and then you can run multiple powers or positives, whatever you want to call it, off of here, and then everything is fused. So if I add a fuse to this one for the chase light, and then I just add an end onto this power that comes with it that will slide onto here, and then I have my power from here and it's fused and we're good to go. Hopefully that all makes sense. If not, drop a comment down below. I can answer any questions that you might have. But also I'll put a link, the Amazon link in the bottom in the description if you want to pick one of these up. I'm pretty sure I paid about, I think it was like about $10 or $11 for this, but it makes it a lot more convenient and less cluttered as far as like wires going to your battery terminals. But right now I have this up to show you guys out of here, but it actually sits down below here underneath all the stuff, and there's actually a cover that goes over the top to help waterproof it. Goes on like that. So now I'm just going to cut off this end and then put a female connector on here that connects to the distribution block. All I'm going to be using is I have this little lighter torch, wire snippers, wire connectors. This is going to go on the ground. It's a little bit bigger so it fits on the battery terminal. And then I have some heat shrink that I've already cut, so this will be for the two connectors. And just like that, we have the new terminal connectors on there. So now the black, the negative, will just go on the negative terminal on the battery, and then the positive here will actually connect to the distribution block right here, like that, and then I have an extra fuse that I'll just add the fuse right into here. And then we should have some power, so I'll get it hooked up and then we'll see if it works. I got it all hooked up. Now we're going to test it out and make sure it works. So we're going to hit the switch over here. Oh, I see flashing lights.
And the two.
There it is. It's working, bud.
Yeah.
What do you think?
Awesome.
It's awesome, huh?
That's on my foot. On my
So there we go. We got power and it's working, so that's a good sign. Alright, so I'm going to attempt to show you all the patterns, but standing outside is kind of difficult to reach the switch and show you at the same time. So I'm going to set up the tripod and do my best to show you. Alright, so there's one pattern, and then I'm going to switch it. Then you got that pattern, this pattern, and you got that one, opposite of that one, you got that one, then just a solid two-color light, then you got the emergency flashers, that is all the lights, and it's nice and bright and looking pretty good. And there we go. We got it all finished up. We got it buttoned up. We got it looking good. We got our little control panel over here. Got a little zip tie action going on there. But I think it's going to be a good position. Really, I didn't really have a choice because the length on the wires. But that's the best spot that I could find. But there it is. And in case you were wondering about the harnesses, I have another video. I'll put a link down below or up above for the install video of the harnesses, and also this cool switch panel that I built. I'll put a link for that video as well. And if you weren't able to check out my light bar install, the 42-inch LED Nightlight Amazon light bar, super bright. I also made a video on that right before I just made the video on the chase light that you just watched. Make sure you check that one out. Hopefully you enjoyed this install video. I know it was a little bit short, but it's okay because I have lots more videos for you. Make sure you check out the LED light bar install, some of my riding videos. I'll put links down in the description for that for sure. But now he wants to be in the video and he wants to show you his quad riding skills, is what he said, right?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay, so say hi to everybody and then let's show them your skills. You want to show them your quad. Let's see some action. Yeah? You got this Yamaha Raptor. What color is it? It's green. Black and green, right?
Black, green, and gray.
Okay, let's show.
And white too.
Oh yeah,
White.
there's a little bit of white on there.
Yeah, right there. And
all right.
right here.
Why don't you show us some of your skills? Go ahead and go. Yeah, I saw you switched it up. Look at that. The 1-footer, right? All right, guys. Thanks for joining me. Peace out.